Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and coming up here on today's show, we got some major injury news to cover before Las Vegas' Week 4 game up against the Denver Broncos. Now, what you're going to see on today's show is me essentially going throughout the Raiders injury report from Wednesday, from Thursday. I'll give you my 2 cents and some of the rumblings that I'm hearing going on around the silver and black. Let's first talk about Rock Ya-Sin. He did practice on a limited fashion on Wednesday and Thursday. That's the good news. The bad news is he is dealing with a knee injury, which forced him to leave Week 3 early against the Titans. Ian Rappaport put out a, we'll say, report out there saying that it's only a knee strain. However, I grew up in central Pennsylvania. If anybody knows what Geisinger Medical Hospital is, I got a lot of friends that are doctors. One of my really good friends is like, knee strain's not even a real thing. So there's got to be something going on there. There's either cartilage issue or there is something that's a little bit, more of a bigger deal. Yes, it's good news that he's out there, but from what I understand, the Raiders don't want to risk Rock Ya-Sin. He's been having a good season, under 70 QBR against him, so we'll see if he's able to go. I just don't know if I'm going to hold my breath on seeing Rock Ya-Sin out there this upcoming week. Now, if you're looking for more in-depth Raiders analysis, free content, hit that subscribe button. Jeremy Chuggs and I, we're going to be live for Thursday Night Football. We're going to be live on Sunday for the game, doing a watch party. If you love the Raiders and you love interacting with the nation, this is the #1 YouTube channel for the Raiders for a reason. Free videos, and we keep you updated. Hit that sub button. Let's talk about Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs is one of the best young up-and-coming cornerbacks in the National Football League. He did practice today on a limited fashion. Remember, he's dealing with a concussion. He also was a limited participant yesterday in Wednesday's practice. Here's the thing, though. He was in a red jersey. The red jersey is a good sign. The bad news to that is, remember last week, Andre James, Thursday practice, limited, was also in a red jersey. And when it comes to concussions, you just simply never know. So, I'm not going to sit up here and say, I expect to see him out there. Here's what I do expect. If Nate Hobbs isn't out there, the Raiders are simply going to ask a lot of some of these younger players. Amik Robertson, you're going to have to step up. One person who there's already been rumblings out there that could actually start this week is Sam Webb, the UDFA. Now, I will admit, he also got added to the Raiders injury report today, which is definitely something to monitor to see how he's feeling. It's a hamstring injury, a limited participant. So when you have a player who wasn't there Wednesday and now he's there Thursday, definitely something to keep an eye on. So how about this, though? I want to know, say it with your chest, what's your confidence level in Sam Webb starting Week 4? I want you to scale it from 1 to 10. 1 being you are not confident whatsoever in Webb. 10 being you're very confident in him. For me personally, I'm going to say it's like a 5. I obviously would like to see somebody like Anthony Averett. He's injured. Rock Ya-Sin, he's injured. Nate Hobbs, he's injured. If Sam Webb's one of your top starting corners, yeah, of course it's going to make me nervous. Luckily, Denver's offense has struggled, and when Webb has played this season in limited fashion, he's actually done a halfway decent job. I also was very impressed by this young man in the preseason. My fingers are crossed. I know what it always looks like. I'm flipping you guys off. Hopefully, though, Sam Webb's going to be flipping off a lot of Broncos fans out there. Now, in this Week 4 matchup, it's a big one, no doubt about it. AFC West rivalry game. You got the 2-1 Denver Donkeys going up against the 0-3 Raiders. But you got to believe. You simply got to believe. So knowing that, what we know thus far with these Raiders injuries, I want you guys to be loud down in the comments and predict the score. The last time that I checked, the Raiders were 2.5-point favorites at home. The over-under in this game was set at 45.5 points. So please let me know. One player that oh my Lord, I hope that he's able to go out onto the field. It's Hunter Renfrow. Here's the issue. He's missed last week's game with a concussion. The day that he got injured, or the play, was that final play against Arizona. And now you're going on almost 2 weeks with a concussion. That's not a good sign. I'm telling y'all right now, Hunter Renfrow, if he misses this week again with a concussion, I am going to be very, very worried about this. Now, luckily, Matt Collins was able to step up. You still got Devontae Adams. And for Denver, they have struggled this season against tight ends. So, yeah, you got Darren Waller. Are you going to have Foster Moreau, who also missed back-to-back practices, missed Wednesday, he missed Thursday. Foster continues to deal with a knee injury. We'll see if he's able to go out there. He was incredible, I thought, against Tennessee. 2 huge catches, 1 catch in the middle of the field, which, if you remember, that 1 catch he had in the middle of the field, he got hit right in the knee, like top of the knee with the helmet. Went out there like 2 plays later, made that amazing catch on the sidelines to bring it in. But the fact that Foster and Hunter Moreau both missed practice, and then you add all the other injuries to the defensive side of the football, this is a must-win game. And the Raiders are really banged up right now. Now, if you want to compete against me and other diehard Raider fans, what I encourage you to join me over on Locals. We're going to be doing an NFL Pick'em Challenge, chatsports.com/week4. We've been including the Thursday night football game. We're not going to do it this week because I had a lot of fans tell me, dude, I didn't see it. I got off of work late Friday and I checked. Or, hey, I saw it on Saturday. So what we're going to do is only the Sunday and Monday games. So if you want to join, please do. Winner, you get a $25 gift card. On top of the NFL Pick'em Challenge where you take me and other Raider fans on, remember, you get 2 videos every week that are exclusive and then 1 extra live show. I did a show breaking down all the Raiders' PFF grades. I did another show that some of you already know what this is. If the Raiders beat the Denver Broncos, I'm going to do something to my face. If you want to know what that is, check it out on Locals. There's the link down there below, raidersport.locals.com. 2 videos, extra live. It's an interactive channel, so please join it. It's for diehard Raider fans only. Scan that QR code right there with your camera, and I promise you, you're going to enjoy what we put out over there. Let's go to the next injury news here. Colt Miller, dealing with an ankle injury, was able to be on a limited fashion. From what I've been told, he's going to be okay. I was told by a source that Colt Miller's going to be able to go out there. He's going to be fine to play. Wednesday, Thursday, it's a limited fashion. They're just trying to make sure that the most solid piece to that offensive line is able to go. Other good news here for the offensive line is Andre James. He's missed back-to-back weeks, was only able to play in that Chargers game, missed Arizona, missed Tennessee. He was dealing with a concussion. Remember, he got rushed to the hospital after that Week 1 game. Luckily, full participant. So I finally feel like I'm confident in saying that Andre James is going to be playing this upcoming week against Denver. And this offensive line has been in rotation. Josh McDaniels has been doing somewhat of a musical chairs with the O-line. I know Miller's going to play left tackle. If Andre James is out there, he's going to play center. I would like to see them to go with the line that you see on screen with John Simpson at left guard because I want the Raiders to run the football, and actually John Simpson's been probably your best run blocker this season. Dylan Parham, I want him at right guard, getting more continuity with Thayer Munford on the right side. The issue is you could see this go a lot of different ways. But let's talk about the right tackle position because you got Thayer Munford, Justin Herron, who the Raiders traded for about 2 weeks ago from the New England Patriots. And then you got Jermaine Eluemunor. Yeah, Jermaine Eluemunor played at the right guard last week, but he's been getting some starts at right tackle on top of that. Who should start at right tackle? I'm going to type 77 because when I think of the long-term success of this Raiders team, I see it as Munford, Parham, Andre James. That's what I want, and I hope that's what the Raiders give me this Sunday. Let's go to the more defensive injury news here. Denzel Perryman, still battling that ankle a little bit, was able to get in limited work on Wednesday and on Thursday. He has missed 2 straight weeks. Fingers crossed that he's out there because I know Denver's going to want to try to run the football. They got a young, talented running back in Javonte Williams. You got another talented running back in Melvin Gordon. If you could take away their running game, Russell Wilson and that offense, man, they've been struggling. So really, really hoping to see Perriman out there. Another player that, man, fingers crossed, Tre'von Moehrig. Tre'von Moehrig, to me, I get it. He really struggled against the Chargers. I think Graham tried to have him do a little bit too much there in that Week 1 game. He's been dealing with that hip, still a limited participant in back-to-back days. Really hope that if he can get out there, that actually really helps out the Raiders secondary, especially if you don't have Nate Hobbs, especially if you don't have Rocky Sin. Let's go to more injury updates here on the interior. Bilal Nichols, he was also limited. He's been battling a shoulder injury. I believe that he's going to be able to play. However, one of his counterparts, his buddy on the interior, Jonathan Hankins, he practiced in full on Wednesday, and now he just got added to the injury report today as a limited work. So when you look at some of his PFF numbers this season, he's ranked 108 out of 120 defensive tackles. You guys know that Hank's my buddy. Hank looks like he's getting up there in age and looks like he's lost a step. I don't know if he's not 100% healthy, but Hankins added to the injury report, dealing with a groin injury as it stands right now. So that, y'all, is all the injury news that we have. the Raiders did make a move today. They have activated Matthias Farley from the practice squad. They have put him now to the active roster, and I think it's simply because this team knows that they are lacking depth in that secondary. So you add Farley, which he's done an okay job when he's needed to play. I thought he actually looked halfway decent also in the preseason, which means you had to move on from somebody you waived, Isaiah Palameo. He was the UDFA out of USC who did make the Raiders 53-man roster, which I said was the most surprising move that this team did literally the entire 53-man when they did like all the cuts and stuff. I will say this, though. If he clears waivers, okay, so if he clears waivers, that means then he ends back up on the Raiders practice squad. So please keep that in mind. He might still end up back on our team. Now, guys, we are going to be doing a watch party, and we're going to get the thing started. The actual game, it starts at, like 7:20? But we are going to be going live at like 6:15, or 7:15 p.m. Eastern time is technically when it's going to get started. So join the show. Jeremy and I are going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be some rumors. We're going to do a breakdown of the keys to victory up against the Denver Broncos. We'll do mailbags. We got some drinking games. If you want to beat up a donkey, we're going to be able to do that as well. So hopefully you join Jeremy, Chugs, and I. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join the party. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, y'all, much love. I'll see you in a little bit.